we can only know the people whose names are written down and whose stories are still being told. But what about all of those ancestors that existed before that? Right? Now, not knowing who they were doesn't mean that you can't know anything about them, because the context that we live in now was created by all of those ancestors, right?
And
And
you
when you look at
expand upon that.
genealogy,
That's
of
amazing.
course, well, so the world that we live in, the world that we live in today, was created 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and so forth, right? We create the context of our tomorrow, just in the same way that our ancestors created the context for us to come in, right? Some things we're living with socially, the origins of them are actually thousands of years ago. Some of
True.
them are just a year ago, right? So
True.
we're still living with that context. There's also that other piece of, the vast majority of people in our ancestral lines are not going to be known to us. But when you look at the way that genealogy works, eventually you get to a point after so many generations that so many of your ancestors, if you're from a particular place, existed in that place, that the history then of that community was the history of enough of them that it was your family history.